What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. Appreciate you guys joining me. My name is Johnny Rodriguez. If you're new here, this is Exhaust Note. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, leave some comments below. I appreciate it if you do. I appreciate all your comments and feedback, and I appreciate all you guys support me. As you read in the title, my M3 is down. It's been in the shop for a couple days waiting on some parts. So basically what happened was I woke up Saturday morning to go to Cars and Coffee over at BMW Sarasota. It was a rainy day prior, car was dirty, but I said, can't wash it, no big deal, right? So I said, I'm just gonna head over there anyway, it's no biggie. It was sunny in the morning when I woke up, so I pretty much did my little daily routine in the morning, got my coffee, had a little quick snack before I left because I was running a little late. I didn't want to get there too late. So I walked my little butt outside, come through here, go to my garage, like normal, open her up. Car's obviously not here. As you can see, it's my loaner car right there. But I come out, I did clean it up. You can kind of see the hint of it right here. That's what's left over of what I saw. Unfortunately, I was like, what in the world is this? I thought, oh man, it better not be too serious. I hope my car isn't screwed up real bad. So I reached down and touch it, and it's kind of gooey, and it's blue, obviously, if you guys see in the photo. So I'm like, oh, maybe this is it's got to be just like coolant, right? It's got to be coolant, because it looks like the coolant that BMW uses. It's blue. So I get underneath the car to try to see if I can see the leak. Now, this must have happened like maybe the day before, because it was slow leaking here, because it really wasn't a huge puddle. It was just a small stream there. So I look underneath, and sure enough, there's this slow drip. Like every maybe like 10-15 seconds, it would pop out, real slow drip. So I'm like, okay, it's not leaking really bad, so it's definitely not empty. So I open up the hood, pop it, look to see there's still fluid in there. So I'm like, okay, I could drive this to the dealership. But then I'm like, oh man, the freaking system is pressurized. So I'm like, I don't know how big this hole is. Is it gonna bust open while in the mid-drive? And I'm like, it's probably like 15 miles to the dealership. So I'm thinking, do I drive 15 miles? Am I gonna overheat? Should I just tow it? Whatever. I got in my car, I said, I'm just gonna drive over there and head over there. Sure enough, I make it over there just fine. Car doesn't overheat, runs fine, runs good, no big deal. Obviously I didn't push the car. I kept it at normal speeds on every road, a little 40 mile an hour here, 50 mile an hour there. Everywhere I went, I stayed at speed limit. Got to the dealership just fine. Took about 20 minutes or so because it was early in the morning, so there was no traffic. So that's a good thing. And if I had stop and go, I probably would have seen some overheating, but it was just straight shot all the way through. So I made it to the dealership. I pulled up under there. They got it on the lift. Sorry I don't have any coverage for it. They didn't want me to film. That's okay. I just respect that. I didn't want to film in the shop. I guess they had some other stuff in there. They didn't want me doing any filming. So I went in the shop, met it with the tech. He showed me where it was. It had a real small, tiny leak, but obviously driving there, being pressurized, pushed all the rest of the fluid out. So the system was completely empty by the time I got there. So, and then driving there, you can see where underneath, under the body, where some of the fluid was kind of getting out, and driving the wind kind of blew it underneath. But either way, so I got stuck in a past couple of days. I've had my loaner car, as you saw just a second ago. It's the 2019 3 Series. I don't know if any of you guys have been in any of these. Obviously the weather's kind of rainy right now, so not the prettiest day. But this has some pretty cool features. One cool feature is I didn't realize that the new 3 Series had like a walk-away key. You guys ever realize that? When you walk away from the key and walk away from the car and it locks, or you get close to it and it unlocks. I had no idea it had this feature. That was kind of unknown to me, so it was pretty cool. So I walk up to the car. As you get close, it unlocks automatically. I don't have to put my hand in. And if I walk away from it, let's see if it'll do it here. There it goes. It locked. And finally, BMW put folding mirrors. Standard. It's kind of cool, so I don't have to code that in anymore. But I want to kind of get in this car and show you some of the features. You guys have probably seen some reviews of this car, but it's pretty cool. You hear it unlock right away. I like that. It's kind of a cool feature. They did change the blind spot. As you can see, it's now here on the mirror, right there on the mirror, which is kind of cool. You remember on the previous, it was like, let me show you inside. It was like inside the mirror here. So they did change that. They do have like the 5 Series, the lock feature is now inside here instead of on the top like it is on mine. So they did change that, of course. You guys know the look. You've seen them out and about. They've been out a while. New wheel style, new headlight. Not everybody likes this new headlight design, but I actually like it. I think it's kind of cool. It's a nice little headlight. It does have a different, the LEDs are just these little U's. These are just the LED headlights. They're not the laser upgrade headlights. So, looks pretty cool, but it does unlock all the doors. Like all 4 doors get unlocked when I get by it. You see, that's pretty cool, man. Get by the door and it freaking unlocks. Let's get inside. Because it's raining out here. So they did change a lot of features in here, which is pretty cool. Of course, the center console is different. Everything's set up here. I kind of like that. Engine starts here, but as you know, since I've had this car for a couple days now, when I first got in it, you know, I'm reaching here to start the car. I did that a couple times, so, you know, it's habit. And of course, this is an automatic. As you guys know, my car's a manual. My left foot, sometimes I catch myself, you know, when I come to a stoplight, I'm trying to push the clutch. Obviously there's no clutch here, so I kind of screwed that up occasionally. But I do like this new center console stack. It is pretty cool. It changed a lot of these features. It is a lot more kind of premium in here. And one thing it's roomier. Like it's definitely, I can feel it's a wider car. I get in my car every single day. I drive a 3 Series. Wife has a 3 Series. She's got the 330. Here's a 2018. I've been in hers tons of times. This is definitely a roomier car. They've done a good job. It feels like there's a tad bit more headroom, and the seat position, I don't have it as far back, I think I do, as I have it in her car. Back seat definitely has a little more leg room as well too, because my son's getting taller, so he fits back there better. Even with this passenger seat, back a little further. This new seat design, not 100% how I feel about it. It is a little different. It feels a little different. Obviously, I'm used to my M3 seats because that's the car I get in the most. But I get in my wife's car occasionally. She does an M Sport, so she has the M Sport seat. This is not an M Sport package, so you know it doesn't. I guess this is not the M Sport seat. I didn't look at the window sticker to check this out. It is a loaner car. It's actually very well equipped, so it does have a lot of options. You got the blind spot, all the safety features, collision warning, lane keep assist, or whatever they call it, I forget now. But it doesn't have M Sport because it doesn't have the fat M Sport wheel. It doesn't have any M logos, so it's definitely not an M Sport. I think it's just a standard, might be a standard luxury line, or maybe just a standard sport line. But it does have the extension on the bottom here. I'm obviously sitting in my seat, but it does have the extension here, so I'm assuming it's the sports seat. It does have the 16-way power seats. Of course, I kind of made this my car for a few days. I got my sunglasses and my charger, and you always got to have my hat. My hat's always with me. That was my Bluetooth unit from my gym earbuds when I go to the gym. But I do like this new iDrive system. This is pretty cool. They set this up. You can actually change your home screen. You can edit what you want to put here. So you can X, just like having Windows. You can X stuff out. I can go different looks on the map. See, I can add a widget here. So if I go here, I can select sport displays or media, which is kind of cool. So they have the media on this side, and you have your sport displays here. The new sport display is pretty cool. It shows your PSI for your turbos. Hopefully you guys can see that because I know the outside's a little bit brighter. It's got your, telemetry in the center, so it lets you know what kind of G's you're pulling. Now, you're in a 330. Obviously you can't pull the same G's you could pull in an M car, but I will talk about that here in a second about this 330, which is pretty impressive. Foot-pound torques, of course, is right there. And then your horsepower That's all you used to have in the previous. That's like all I have in mine. All my wife has in her 330. And then it gets you oil temp. That's kind of cool. It gives you oil temp over here, which I don't have that at all. Or we don't have that at all right now currently, at least not that I know of. A little more, keeps your information up top, what audio you have it on, time, and it does have the your BMW Connect. And obviously that's your profiles. You can set profiles just like you can on the current one. I do like the new digital setup. It's pretty cool. So I do like the temperature setup. That's cool. Obviously they just moved this from it's like stacked in my car versus now it's side by side with the emergency button. Have all your other climate control systems all right there. I'm glad it's not on a digital touchscreen. Some cars have that. I think that's awful. I still like some physical buttons. I'm assuming we're probably all going to see eventually screens for everything. Got all your standard media, home. They did change a lot of this from previous models and what everything kind of does, but it works out pretty good. So anyways, let me show you the instrument cluster. What's up, guys? Sorry about that. I had to switch cameras. Got to go to my GoPro. I didn't realize my battery was dead on my regular camera. And guess where my other batteries are? In my M3. Well, it's over there at BMW Sarasota getting serviced. All right, so we're back in the car. A few things, I don't know how 100% of you feel about this. Some people complain because it's not round, and I think it looks kind of cool. It's different. It's really not, it doesn't break my heart that it looks this way. But they did change a few things. I do like how some of the systems work. They did a really good job with this display. Hopefully it shows up in video. When I go through the music, obviously you can see it up top. When I roll this or when I press the button. Now you can change that setting in the settings menu here. I think if you go to displays, yeah, control display right here. Nope, that's the wrong one. It is instrument panel right here in the head-up display info. So I can change what I see here. So it has like, I can do the display information in the instrument panel instead. So now when I press, you see it shows up here. So I could display that here, like if I play a station, but that'll kind of go away. There it goes, let me get that out of there. You can also add, obviously, I have it right here, converted speeds. So you can add your kilometers down there in the bottom, which is kind of cool. So I could turn it off. Let's see if I get rid of it, see it disappear. Turn it back on, shows on the bottom. It's kind of cool. So you can have the converted speed if you ever drive to Canada from stateside, or I don't know, if you ever just want to see the conversion of what speed you're doing. It does have speed limit information, so you got that at the bottom. And as you can see, there's no, like in mine, I have a little button that changes what you see here because you have your BC button. Oh, maybe this is what changes. Let's do it. I didn't try this. Let's try. Yes! See that, guys? We're learning together. We're learning together here. I didn't even try this. I didn't even bother to look at this because I actually thought I had active headlight control here because that's what I have on mine, and I didn't really look at it, but it's BC. That's how you change it. So you have your telemetry, oh cool, you got the sports display info. So that's your boost and your horsepower right there on the side, and I'm not even in sport mode, I'm just in comfort, as you can see right there. Shows your, oh, there's the audio. See, I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I was seeing it. Somebody probably commented below already how dumb I am, but now here you go. You see it in person, so I figured it out. Not as dumb as you think. So anyways, it also shows, I guess, your drive mode and obviously what gear you're in. And then this is your battery, for I guess when you're charging, miles per gallon. There's trip information, you would call that, your odometer and your trip information, your miles, average speed. But I do like how it gives you don't have to display a lot of the different info down here. It's kind of nice. So you got your miles till empty. This is so much better on gas than my M3 though. You got your time, of course. This is the roads. That's not the road I'm currently on. I'm in my neighborhood. Obviously my neighborhood's new, so it's not gonna show anyway. So, which is good. So none of you guys can stalk me, except some of you locals know where I live. And then you have your temperature, it's always displayed. Obviously in my car, if I gotta get some of that information, I gotta press the BC button and it displays it, in this little center cluster that you have in the current models. So I kind of do like that. Heads up display. It looks like heads up display. You guys should be able to see it. If I go back a screen here on the iDrive, and then the sport mode, this is when you go to sport mode in the heads up display, it shows like your RPM gauge up here. Kind of like, I mean, it has a different one than an M car. It'll probably have the version in the M3 like it probably has in the M5. Actually, no, the new M3 will probably have the version that's in the new M8. The M8 has an upgraded version on the display, and it has a new iDrive system that they're upgrading again. So I can't wait to see that. So the M8, there's a video out there showing the new display of the M8 anyway. So the new M3 is supposed to have that, the new body style. So, but this doesn't have what I have currently. So we'll go back here, and you can actually have it always on. So if I turn it always on, let me see if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can get that in video. If I turn it on, you can see that there. And if I rev, obviously, it's a 330. It's not like you're gonna hear the revs that much, but either way, it displays up top. So this is pretty cool. So I like some of the changes here. Some of them are nice. Some of them are kind of, lackluster. I will say, these buttons down here, this new center cluster, I kind of like this. This center stack's kind of, it's a little more, it's minimalistic, it's sleek. I think it looks a little more premium. A lot of this stuff, it's kind of built, it's built pretty good, It has the piano shiny black, this, only thing about these things I don't like are, it leaves a lot of fingerprints. You have it here on the dash. I would never kind of choose the option. There's some cool features too, like the colors here. Now the car, I don't have my seatbelt on. I don't have it chosen as, the option I have is nat purple, but I believe like when you open the door, you see this? I don't know if you guys can see it. The door is open. You see this blinking? It's kind of like a safety thing. So that's pretty cool. I think on collision, or like when you get close and the car shows up in that heads up display, I think it flashes too, like it turns red. It kind of like at night you can see this more. I think it has some new climate control options that you can set up. Any BMW used to have, like mine has that ventilation I can set up through the app, but this has like a little more tech to it. I haven't messed with it yet. You can set like the settings for the type of, like when you set it to the air quality, I think you have like all the options: fresh air, automatic, air recirculation. I personally leave mine on automatic in my car because it controls humidity too, which is kind of nice. And then heating and ventilation. If you guys remember, if you have an old BMW, like I have a slider that's up here that controls the cool or hot, oh, let's turn that back, touch the screen. Yeah, that's like if you want like a hot 72 or a cold 72. Obviously that's what it's for. There's some things in here that you used to have to code in. If you wanted to change a lot of this, I had to like, if I can get this to go back. Touchscreen isn't that great. Or maybe I'm just touching the wrong spot. I used to have to code some of this stuff in for people that wanted it. And you're preconditioning remote engine start. Is that oh, this one has remote engine start. I haven't even messed with that. I guess it's probably with the remote. So yeah, start engine for climate control. Oh, it does have a digital key option. This is something you have to set up. This is like when you buy your car, it's like a whole little process to set it up. Once it's set up, you can use your smartphone. All right, guys, so I got an update. Just as I was done with the video, I walk inside, get a text message, look at my phone, it says, "Can you wait till Friday to pick your car up?" So I guess we're waiting till Friday. So we'll finalize this out on Friday when I pick up my car. Hopefully she's running good. I'm actually gonna have Ceramic Pro, these guys over at Ceramic Pro in Sarasota, they're gonna ceramic the wheels for me. So they need it because they're, that brake dust sticks to them so bad. Hopefully when we get it ceramic coated, it'll make it a little easier when I wash them off, and I have to, they're easy to just take care of, like the body of the car are all ceramic coated. If you guys don't have your car ceramic coated, man, or PPF'd or anything like that, I suggest it big time. And if you guys are ever in, if any of you guys watching the video and you're in Sarasota or within Tampa area or anything like that, go see these guys at Ceramic Pro in Sarasota. No, I'm not getting any promotional stuff for it too. These guys just do a good job. Go see Joe Stern or Will Bean over there at Ceramic Pro in Sarasota. It's over on Clark Road, not far from the dealership actually. So they'll pick up my car, knock that out real quick once they finish changing out the radiator for me, and then I will pick it up from them. So we'll get it all hopefully nice and cleaned up. Hopefully they'll paint it too on top of it. So we'll see how that goes when we pick it up. What do you guys think? Think they'll have it clean?